Apple has a new operating system for the iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Should you upgrade? Are there things you should know before you upgrade? Frank is waiting. Is that a good idea, or is he just being lazy? Joining us this morning is internet expert Dave Hatter with Definity Partners. So, a lot of people are opting to wait. What do you suggest?
Well, Rob, I'd take Frank's approach personally because software always has bugs in it. Right. I never like to be the guy who has this thing blow up because he tries it. Now, all my kids, on the other hand, of course, practically shut the whole neighborhood network down last night because everyone was on trying to get it as soon as possible.
Well, okay, I've become one of the Apple nerds that I used to make fun of. I waited no time at all. When it was available, I downloaded it. Let's take a look at the screen because it looks so much differently than it did before. That there is the new look of the screen.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I think if you go look at the older versions of iOS, it's a lot cleaner, it's sleeker. I think they've got better use of space. And from playing with my kids' devices, because I've got an Android myself, it seems like easier to understand.
Well, it feels like an Android to me, because I had an Android before I had an iPhone, and it feels like an Android. This is the old one. Let's go back to the new one once again. The learning curve.
Yeah, that's one of the things that usually stymies people.
Right.
And the few complaints I've heard from people who've already made the leap are, I don't know how to work it yet. It's like when you upgrade Windows, all of a sudden they've moved stuff around and now I don't know where to go to get stuff. But, from the little bit I've played with it, it seems easier to work with.
Right.
It's faster. One of the things I really like is the way they move the control panel, similar to Android. So a lot of the key settings, like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, you can get to without having to drill down as deep to get at it.
Yeah, all you do is just go to the bottom and push up, correct?
And I think they've done a lot of enhancements like that make it easier to use once you understand where the stuff is. But yeah, you got to figure out where it is.
Okay, so it was a buddy of mine who told me, because to kill applications, you would double click on home, you would push the icons, X's would show up. That's not the way anymore. You double click and you just shove it up, right?
Yeah, you basically slide up and it turns it off. And I think that's a cool feature, and in my opinion, something that's actually better than Android, because on Android, it's difficult to actually make an app stop. They run in the background, they waste your battery, they suck down data. So I think what Apple's done with that is cool, and it makes it easier to kill those processes.
But this is my question. When I run into a problem, I don't know where something is, where can I go to find out where that is? That doesn't come with an instruction book.
Well, that's a good question, Rob. What I would suggest is, unless you just have the patience to play with it, probably your best bet is to go on Google and search and say, how do I do X on the Apple?
Now,
Apple iOS.
I switched over from my Droid. Are you ever going to switch over from your Droid?
Probably not.
What? Even Cincinnati Bell now offers an iPhone.
Yeah, the Droid works good for me.
All right.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Dave Hatter. Lone holdout. You're not convincing him of anything. Dave, have a good weekend, man.
You too.
We have much more straight ahead on the Fox19 Morning News. We're thinking pink this morning.